Hi, happy first day of school. This is Mrs. Reese. I'm your EPIC teacher for the school year. If you're listening to this, that means you're either one of my students or the parent of one of my students. I'm really grateful that you chose EPIC, and I look forward to being a part of your educational journey this year. What you're seeing here on the screen is a printable that I've attached to the email for first day of school pics. If you take a first day of school picture and send it in an email to me that I'm going to ask you to send in a little bit, you will have a special treat waiting for you at our first face-to-face meeting. I'm really excited to start the school year, and I just want to let you know that I plan to bring my very best to my teaching, and I hope you'll bring your very best to your learning, and we'll accomplish any goals you have together. So this week I'm going to integrate you into the EPIC model and what to kind of expect for my classroom. If you have any questions along the way, you can email, text, or call me. I've cleared my schedule for the most part so that I can be available to my students and their families this week. The first thing I'm going to have you do today is set up a Google account. All of my families, whether you have a preschooler or a senior, need at least a family account. If you have a 6th to 8th grader, you can decide whether or not you want them to have a personal account, but I do need all my high schoolers to have their own Google account. If you have any questions or concerns about this, you can email me and we can discuss it. I have included a link in this email that will take you to the Google account registration site that looks just like this. Here are some tips. If you plan to use this email only for EPIC, then you may want to use your username as your first initial, last initial, and your EPIC ID number, which is pretty standard for EPIC usernames. And if not, you can use something that's a little more personal to you. Just some tips for creating a password. Make sure it's something that you will remember that nobody else can guess. And you might want to use an uppercase letter, lowercase letter, a number, and a symbol. You don't have to use all those things, but generally it makes it a little bit more secure the more of those that you use. After you create your account, or if you already have a Google account, I will give you a list of questions to answer and send back in using Gmail. I will also ask you to send me an idea for when you or your student plan to complete your schoolwork each day. We found that our most successful students in EPIC are the ones who are very purposeful in planning and scheduling their schoolwork. So if you need guidelines for how much schoolwork you should do in a day, or if you need help creating a schedule or need some help using some tools to keep track of your schedule, just let me know and I can help you in that. After I receive the email that you're going to send me from your Gmail account, I will give you access to your Google Drive folder. The Google Drive folder is going to be really important because that's how you will turn in assignments and how you will know, especially this week, what I need you to do each day. The first thing you'll see in your Google Drive folder is your student login sheet, which is exactly what it sounds like. It has all of your login information. It'll have your Epicenter ID, it'll have your core curriculum, and then it'll have usernames and passwords for you to use. Now, anytime you decide to create a new account or you change your password, you're going to want to come back to your login sheet and update it. This will be available to you as long as you are a student on my roster. The other thing that's going to be in your Google Drive folder today will be a task sheet for the day. For this first week of school, I'm going to give you a task sheet every single day that's going to tell you what you need to accomplish for the day. So this is just an example, but today I'm going to have you create a Google account. You're going to send me an email. I'm probably going to have most of you schedule a Zoom meeting later on this week. If you need to complete homework, help orientation, I'm going to have you do that, and then some curriculum options. Everybody's going to have their own specific task sheet, so make sure that you look at that and don't go by what I'm showing you right here. I will talk about attendance and pacing, expectations, and scheduling later on this week, but what you do need to know is that completing all of these tasks for today equals you getting 2 attendance credits or 2 attendance points. We call them gradable assignments at EPIC, but basically if you get a gradable assignment, that is the same as being marked here on for attendance. So that's pretty much all I got. I don't want to inundate you with a whole bunch of information. So if you have any questions, you can email me, text me, call me. And this week I'm planning on trying to return any questions or anything I get from my students within 2 to 3 hours. So I hope you have a fantastic day. And if you need anything, just let me know.